Well, hello my friend, it's a crypto lunatic and you catch me on a little walk today. And I've been asked by some of my friends who are completely new to crypto to give the idiot's guide, the crypto idiot's guide. So let me simplify crypto as much as I can to people that know nothing about it, because I'm having this conversation a lot with my friends at the moment. So the odds are a video like this could be useful to you. So the first thing is that the system of finance is broken globally right now. That every country has more debt than they can ever pay back, and we're in a Ponzi bubble. And people are starting to realise that this is unsustainable. And at some stage, the buck is going to stop, everything's going to explode, and people are going to be left with their things worth nothing. Cash in a bank is losing you money because of inflation. And people are wondering, how can we offset all of this terrible inflationary environment? Now, since Bitcoin released back in 2008-ish, it's outperformed every other asset bar none. The growth of Bitcoin is insane, and it's predicted to get better because unlike cash, it can't be printed. It's got a fixed supply. So people are calling it digital gold. Some people are calling it a Ponzi scheme. There's lots of things that has been said, but the people that believe in Bitcoin that got in early are now multi-millionaires because of their conviction in it. And if you look at every other asset class, it has outperformed everything else. So there you go, is the base case. Now within that realm, Bitcoin is separate to every other cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is a separate asset class and everything else should be separated from it. So you've got other altcoins like Ethereum and Solana and things like that. And these are things that we can only judge by their utility. How many people are using it? How much profit are they making? What niche are they serving? And right now we've got Solana is the big daddy blockchain. More people are using it than any others at the moment, despite all of the hype around other stuff. So Solana's looking to be the big daddy within that range. Now, roughly every 4 years, we have what's called alt season. Now, this is a small period of time where people that are Bitcoin natives realize that they can make more money in other coins, in most other coins, than Bitcoin. And money moves out of Bitcoin and into altcoins, and this is called alt season. And this is a very short play that people have. Now, for this limited time, people gamble on which coins are going to make the most money. But crypto natives are always planning to take that money out and put it back into Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is a store of value. Bitcoin is where it's at. And that is a simple case. That's how it happens. Most people build Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. And for a very small period, roughly every 4 years, they have this altcoin season, which is what we're in at the moment. So, for you new to the game, there's a lot of headaches with setting up accounts, with holding wallets, and especially in certain countries like the UK, it's a regulatory nightmare. They make it as difficult as they can for you to get assets out. And the reason being that if you realize that you can hold Bitcoin, which is an appreciating asset, and earn interest on it, you'd be taking all of your money out of the bank, the traditional banking system, and putting it in crypto exchanges or banks. Now, crypto exchanges and crypto banks are still regulatory in dodgy territory, and some have rug pulled people and they've lost everything. So self-custody is the key, but that's the next step. Some people now have control via a little USB stick or a hardware wallet of all of their assets, and they don't need banks or middlemen to have access to their funds and to spend it the way they want, and more importantly, to earn money on it. And this is what's happening in the digital world, and this is what the buzz is all about. And that, my friends, is the very, very, very simplified version of what cryptocurrency is and why people are getting interested in it. And this channel really explains some of the concepts of it, but I also explain high risk coins as well. So we cover all sorts of things. I simplify the language and I show people how to get involved, but nothing that I say is financial advice, because it's super high risk and it depends on regulation wherever you are as well. So different countries have different rules, and that's just the way that we rock at the moment. But here's something that you should know. The two countries traditionally that have been toughest on cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, are America and China. And the two countries that hold the most Bitcoin are America and China. So, my friends, think about that. Think about that, my friend. Why are they holding so much Bitcoin and making it so difficult for everybody else to get it? Now, luckily for Americans right now, the Trump administration is very crypto friendly and they're experiencing good times. China, well, they go hot and cold, but they're still the second biggest holders by country of Bitcoin. So these, my friends, are the facts. Them's the facts. And there's a lot of people predicting that within the next 6 to 10 years that Bitcoin could well be worth $1 million. Or it could be hacked by quantum computers, which is another way that people want you to believe. So we give the good, the bad and the ugly. Could this happen? Potentially. If the electric went down, if there was a global hack, if everything went down, then it could be dangerous because you don't actually own Bitcoin, except it's on blockchain, it's online. But then that's the game that we're in, my friends. This is a digital monetary system, and simultaneously you have banks now catching up to this and creating their own central bank digital currencies, which is a bit like a spy coin, and it's very dystopian. I've done videos about it, my friends. I've done videos about that. So cash is about to vanish because it's untrackable and the government can't keep an eye on it, and they want to see everything that you're doing, which is what central bank digital currencies are about. So they can see what you're spending on and they can control what you're spending on. And that is the reason that a lot of people are going into self-custody and taking the banks and the government regulations out of the equation with self-custody. And that, my friends, is the case for digital assets and Bitcoin. If you've got any questions, then ask away and get involved in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer what you have. Or if you've got any contribution to that or anything you think I've said that is not correct, then let's have a chat. Let's have a debate. And that, my friends, is the case for beginners.